Angel Reese didn't just get called for her 8th technical foul. She set off the kind of storm that could change her career forever. Fans saw the clip, the backhand to Alyssa Edwards' head that silenced the arena. But what you didn't see was the fallout behind closed doors in the locker room and the whispers about a lifetime ban. How did one heated moment turn into a league-wide crisis? Let's break down the shocking details and what this means for Reese, the Sky, and the entire WNBA going forward.
A smack to the face is a technical foul, whether the intent is there or not. With the way that the game's being refereed in the WNBA, this is a technical foul. So I don't think there's anything we can say about that. But Angel Reese is suspended for the Indiana Fever game.
Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now back to the video. Everyone saw the backhand land, but not everyone understands why it shook the league so badly. On paper, this was just Angel Reese getting her 8th technical foul.
I would apologize to my teammates, which I already have.
Once the refs go to the monitor, you have to call that. There's nothing that they can do. They're not going to undo a blatant technical foul. Like, I'm not going to say I feel like she was hard done by once the referees go to the monitor. Once the refs go to the monitor, it's a given. It's over. Intent doesn't matter. I do think she smacked Alyssa Edwards in the face. Do I think she meant it? I don't know.
They've been through this with me throughout the whole year. They've busted their ass just how I busted my ass. They showed up for me through thick and thin and in the locker room when nobody could see anything. So,
by rule, the WNBA hands down an automatic suspension once a player hits that number. But this wasn't simply another tally in the books. This was a moment that had layers, a personal clash that bubbled over into something bigger than a foul call. You could actually feel the ripple the second it happened. The refs wasted no time. The whistle blew instantly. But what came next went far beyond officiating. Let me break it down. Reese had been riding the edge all season long. 7 technical fouls already behind her. Everyone knew one more would equal a suspension. It's not even a case of judgment or league politics. The rule is black and white. Get to 8 and you sit out the next game. That next game just happened to be against the Indiana Fever.
But I am watching them rescind it. If they rescind this because she's playing the Fever, it will be hilarious. It will be absolutely hilarious. And now we're at a situation where she's not going to be there for this game either. And, I mean, are we surprised? Kathy made Fever play the Sky 5 times, all for it to be a job. What do you mean you can never win?
One of the most hyped matchups on the schedule because of Caitlin Clark's presence. So when Reese smacked Edwards, it wasn't only a foul, it was a ticking time bomb for this entire season. Fans were chanting and cheering 1 second. Then silence fell across the stadium, like someone had cut the sound.
I don't think I'm frustrated. I probably am frustrated myself right now. I think the language is taken out of context, and I really didn't intentionally mean to put down my teammates. The article and how it was misconstrued about what was said, and I just have to be better with my language because I know it's not the message, it's the messenger, and understanding what I say can be taken any kind of way, so I just have to really be better and grow from it.
But the foul only tells half the story. To really see why it mattered, you've got to look at the rivalry between Angel Reese and Alyssa Edwards. These two have battled for years, first in college, now as pros. If you think this was just heat-of-the-moment contact, you're missing the bigger picture. There's history here. Hard screens, rough rebounds, elbows flying, trash talk exchanged. So often, it became part of their brand. Then add social media into it. Little digs online. Posts that didn't name names, but clearly referenced one another. You know how fans work.
If you're going to get yourself intentionally teed up, you'd square up to somebody, not do this. There's easier ways of taking an intentional technical foul than this. She did it on purpose to stick it to Chicago. I don't think so. I don't know if this is on purpose. I don't know. I don't think it was. She just gets in people's face. They're all double texts. Every single one of those texts should not have been rescinded. I'm sorry. There's much easier and more efficient ways of taking an intentional technical foul than this.
They connect the dots and feel the fire. Suddenly, every meeting between these two feels bigger than the scoreboard. And then came Shakira Austin's comment out of nowhere. She threw gasoline on the rivalry by saying she'd take Edwards over Reese. That line didn't just sit quietly. It turned into a trending topic. Reese heard it. Edwards heard it. Everybody heard it. So the next time they saw each other, nobody expected it to stay calm. When Reese raised that hand and smacked her opponent, every storyline that had been simmering just boiled over all at once. The crowd didn't know how to react. One half gasped like they'd just seen something unthinkable. The other half stayed frozen in their seats, murmuring and staring at their phones. Within minutes, clips were flooding Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Some fans laughed, posting memes of Reese with a boxer's glove.
Of course, it's before the Fever game. And there's no way they rescind the technical foul. Are we surprised at this stage? Are we surprised that Angel Reese suspended? Like, we knew she was about to be suspended.
Others shredded her, calling her reckless and unprofessional. It's wild how fast everything spins now. A moment on the court becomes a cultural debate in less than 10 minutes. The league didn't hesitate. The technical foul was logged. The discipline came down. Before Reese even left the arena, the Sky were already told she would miss the Fever game. That efficiency from the WNBA stood in sharp contrast to what was happening in her own locker room. The Sky didn't take it well. Some players wanted to protect her, saying it wasn't as bad as outsiders made it seem. Others felt blindsided, frustrated that a key teammate had taken herself out of a massive matchup. Tension in that room was even higher than on the floor. Meanwhile, fans had a field day online. Memes popped up showing Reese in mock WWE entrances. Fan art showed Edwards dodging imaginary punches. Edits spliced the clip into old fight scenes from movies. You couldn't scroll without seeing that slap. No matter the platform, sports talk shows jumped in too, debating whether Reese crossed a line or if this was emotional competition taken too far. This wasn't just another foul. This was the spark that turned a one-game suspension into a league-wide firestorm. Everyone had something to say, fans, analysts, rival teams. The question now is simple. Did Reese calm things down with her apology afterward?
It's a must-win game for the Fever and the Sky losing their best player. If you want to make that argument, okay, but the argument you can't make is that those technicals should be rescinded.
Or did she only make the situation worse by speaking up? Even after she said sorry, her name kept popping up everywhere. Some said she's aiming for top-tier talent, but talk of a possible lifetime ban made the story even louder. Imagine this. One slap, one technical, and suddenly her future in the league feels uncertain. That moment didn't just change a game. It forced the WNBA, the Sky, and fans to wonder how much emotion is too much in competition. So now I'm asking you, was that raw passion spilling over? Or was it a line no player should ever cross? What do you think?